So welcome back to my Tastefully Vikkie kitchen, and if you couldn't tell already, I tiled all by myself and I'm so proud. In fact, I did a vlog on it a few weeks ago, so go and check it out if you want to see how I did it. And as soon as I finished grouting and cleaned the whole kitchen and put everything in place, I could not wait to put my new Tefal Cook4Me Connect right in the corner. I was so pleased, and it just sits pretty. And that's what this video is about, because I'm going to do a full review on it. But frustratingly, I couldn't use the pressure cooker straight away because we went away to Spain and then came back, and ever since I've been using it every day. In fact, up to 3 times a day. It's so useful, it's really quick. Think it's the complete opposite of a slow cooker. A slow cooker might take 6 to 8 hours depending on how long you want to leave it. This device can create paella or risotto within 10 minutes, which should take an hour. So it's a great investment piece if you've got the money. I absolutely love this already, and I've barely had to clean my hob and oven. So I think this is definitely a winner for me. And so far I've cooked a gammon joint, a potato kugel, although I think that is better in the oven because it crisps, my own paella as I mentioned, and that recipe will be coming soon, a beef and ale stew, a delicious plate of spaghetti bolognese. I experimented with the steam rack with a layer of parchment paper and cooked some burgers. I found that tip from another blogger, although I ditched the paper next time, but it was very tender, and a basic sachet of mixed vegetable rice and a vegetarian dahl. And it's great because you can tell how many people you want to cook things for, so you can cook it for 2, 4 or 6 people. So you can either have less waste, or you can cook in bulk and throw it in the freezer. So I'm loving it, absolutely loving it. In fact, I think the slow cooker is old news for me now. And another great feature about it is there's 50 recipes already programmed into it. And the reason why this model is called a Connect is because it connects to any tablet, mobile, smartphone device you've got. So I hook it up to my tablet and I can tell the cooker what recipe I'm going to make, and it gives me step-by-step instructions, even videos on how to cook an onion. So it's perfect for the complete novice and perfect for someone like me who cooks quite regularly. I wouldn't say I'm a professional, definitely not, but I know what I like, so I can add more seasoning, vegetables, herbs and spices, and most of you will know that I don't like cooking with straight oils. I prefer cooking with an oil spray, so it ticks all of my boxes completely. And the other bonus is it's not just going to be those 50 recipes. Over time, Tefal have said that they're going to continuously add new recipes all the time. But personally, I think once you've got used to the machine, I think you'll start thinking further afield and just going straight to your cookbook and thinking, what can I adapt for it? Just like I used to do with the soup maker, or well, I still do. And I find it's a perfect one-pot machine. It won't crisp anything like you would in an oven. You're certainly not going to get a pork scratching on your roast pork, but it's definitely going to be tender, and that's another thing that I absolutely love about it. So when you open the machine, you have a non-stick pan inside, and it's got very handy plastic handles. It feels so much safer than the old-fashioned pressure cooker that my mum used to tell me get away from. It looked petrifying, particularly the steam coming out on top of the knob. It just looked so scary, and I was always told get away from there. And obviously the non-stick has the extra function where you can brown any meats or onions and it won't stick. In fact, if I was going to grumble, that is probably the most tedious part. That does take quite a bit, but as soon as that process is finished, you add the rest of the ingredients, pop the lid on, and just leave it to cook. And even if I've just completely forgot about the machine, I've gone to my computer, I've taken my phone or my tablet with me, and I'll get a little prompt to say it's cooked and it's ready to eat. And similarly to a pressure cooker, you will get steam coming out of the back of it, so I do like to try and keep it away from my wall unit, just in case it affects my underlighters. I'm a little bit paranoid. And just let the steam escape, and you can twist the handle at the top from lock to unlock, and it's ready to pour out. And just empty the dew collector at the back, just rinse it out, dry it, and pop it back. And it's really as simple as that. And when it comes to cleaning, I haven't tested any of it in the dishwasher yet, but it's so much easier to clean than a slow cooker because a slow cooker is much heavier, it's more likely to break if you drop it. This is metal, and I just give it a rinse over with soapy water, dry it, and pop it back. So it also comes with a very handy steaming rack as well if you don't want all of your food completely submerged in water. So you need to add a minimum of 200 ml of water at the bottom, and then place a rack inside and pop a joint of meat or whatever you're cooking in there. So I've already told you about the 50 recipes that are programmed in there. You can actually switch through to the options, and there's a guide for ingredients, and it'll tell you how to cook certain things like meat, rice, and so forth. A library function that I haven't played with yet, and a manual function that I'll probably get a lot more use out of in the long run once I've tired of any new recipes. So you've got your usual pressure cooking, classic cooking, which looks like it's without the lid, and a reheat function, and one of my absolute favourites is a keep warm function. So many times being a food blogger, I've cooked a meal, got it all ready, taken the perfect photos of it, while I've got ideal sunlight so I can give you the best images. But when it comes to keeping it warm or having to recook it for our evening meal, that's when it can go wrong and you can have a meal that's completely dried out and it's burned. So I've used that endlessly this week, and it's ideal if you want to cook something when you've got time and make it work around you for when you're ready to eat. And although I haven't tried any puddings with it yet, there are some on there. But a little note, if you are on a healthy plan, there's a handful of recipes that ask for ready-made things like croissants or a ready-made jar of this or that or a curry paste. So I've just ignored those and just used whatever sauces I would normally use. So a curry paste, I just ended up using a tablespoon of curry powder for my dahl instead. And since I'm so used to making things from scratch, it doesn't bother me at all. And going back to the app, it's very user-friendly. You can put whatever comments you like on there and give it a rating. And they're all visible for everybody else to see, so you can pick up some tips from users and maybe just change things for the better to your taste buds. And don't forget, if you are freestyling and you need to cook for a lot more people, it's got a 4.5 litre capacity because I've just worked it out by pouring water in it. So yeah, I think this has endless opportunities and you can still have fun in the kitchen, still feel like a real cook. It just makes it so much quicker for you. So if you've got any questions about it that I've completely forgot to answer, any key points, then please comment below and I'll try and answer immediately. And because I'm loving so much about it already, I do plan to do a lot more recipes. I've already been asked, and you'll find them on the food blog tastefullyvikkie.com. I'm probably very likely to be on this channel, and you're more than welcome to join another Facebook group that I've started for this device, which is called Tefal Cook4Me Community. So hopefully it'll be a two-way street where I can get inspiration from you and you can get it from me. So, hope you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching, bye!